I was never the loudest guy in the room. I didn't drive flashy cars, didn't wear designer brands, didn't throw money around. But I showed up. I had heart. I had loyalty. And when I met Serina, I thought I'd finally met someone who valued those things more than appearances. We met in a bookstore, believe it or not. She dropped a copy of The Art War of all things. I picked it up, handed it back, and she laughed. We started talking. It wasn't fireworks or fate or any of that, but there was something about her, sharp, confident, funny in that magnetic kind of way. People noticed her when she walked into a room. Me? I was quiet, observant, maybe a little awkward. She called that charming. We started dating, and for a while, everything felt mutual. She texted first, called just to say she missed me, told me I made her feel safe. And I did everything I could to keep that going. I remembered the little things, supported her dreams even when mine were slipping through my fingers. But over time, something shifted. The first crack showed during dinner with her friends. I forgot my wallet and offered to split the bill later. She laughed and said, "He's broke, but he means well," right in front of everyone. They all chuckled. I laughed too, awkwardly, trying to shake it off. But the digs didn't stop. She started telling stories about me, how I mispronounced a French word, how I wore mismatched socks to her company brunch. Always laughing, always harmless. But every time, I felt smaller. I told myself she was just joking, that it didn't mean anything. But deep down, I started to feel invisible, like I was just part of the background in her spotlight. Then came Tanya's birthday. The room was loud, packed, and Serina was on her third glass of wine. Someone asked, "So, Serina, is this the guy?" She looked at me, smirked, and said, This is just a placeholder until the real one shows up." The group roared with laughter. I didn't. I stood there frozen, hoping for some sign, some gesture that it was a joke gone wrong, that she was drunk, anything. But she just sipped her drink and gave me that same smirk. So I smiled, nodded, and walked out. I didn't argue. I didn't text. I didn't block her. I just stopped. Stopped calling. Stopped trying. Stopped caring. For the first time in over a year, I chose myself. The next day she messaged, "Hey, where did you go?" Then, "Are you mad about something?" Then, "Babe, I was just joking. Don't be dramatic." Still, I said nothing. 2 days later, 12 missed calls. Voicemails. She even came by my apartment. I watched her from the window, first confused and angry, then anxious. A week passed. Her messages shifted from jokes to guilt to panic. "I miss you. Can we talk? I messed up. Please just say something. You were always too good for me." I didn't see it until now. But by then, I'd already figured out the truth. It wasn't just about the jokes. It wasn't even about her. It was that I stayed with someone who found entertainment in making me feel small. I betrayed myself more deeply than she ever could. So I moved forward. I started working out, reading more, reconnecting with old friends. I stopped wondering if I was enough for someone like her, because I realized she was never enough for someone like me. Months later, I ran into her at a cafe. She looked surprised, maybe hopeful. "Wow, you look different," she said. I smiled. "I feel different." She tried to joke, tried to laugh like before, but I didn't flinch. I didn't fold. I finished my coffee, stood up and said, "Take care, Serina," and I walked away. I didn't need to look back. I already knew she wasn't laughing anymore. Some people don't realize the weight of their actions until silence answers them louder than words ever could. She thought I'd always be there, that she could keep chipping away at my dignity with a smile on her face. But everything changed the day I stopped caring. Not because I wanted revenge, not because I wanted her to hurt, but because I finally remember how to choose myself. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do isn't to shout or to argue or to prove your worth. Sometimes it's simply to leave quietly,